All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Baal Shem, Yahweh Shai, Baal Shem, Rakal Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to all the hopeful elect, pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother DeQuar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another lesson, and I'm going to simply entitle it Man Up. And this is to the men of of Yasharala, man, our nation. Mainly to the elect, of course. You know, um, you ones that's doing this work. All right, and I'm gonna start with what is it? This is First Corinthians 16 verse 13. It says, "Watch ye, stand fast in the faith, quit you like men, be strong." All right, so we supposed to be. That's our job, man. You know, we watching. Hey, it's a time. We're in a time of war, man. You know, and we have to be on guard. We have to be on point, watching. You know, and it says, "Stand fast in the faith." You know, be fast in this faith, man. Be firm in the faith. You know what you believe in, because remember, this is a spiritual war, man. Okay, quit like men, be strong. Now, guess what? Not according to this world, but according to the Lord, the war is for men. You know, matter of fact, that's the one I wanted to start with. This is Proverbs 8 and verse yeah, Proverbs 8 and verse 4. It says, "Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man." See, so the calling is for the men. His voice is to the sons of men, the men of Yasharala, man. Okay, that's wisdom. That's who he give wisdom to, man. His scripture say he imparted not wisdom unto a woman. It's a reason why a woman is the weaker vessel and a man is the stronger vessel. Okay, that's just the way the Most High created it. And yes, you do have roles. Because I was watching this thing about gender roles and shit, where these people are bugged out in America and Babylon. But anyways, this wisdom that the Lord is giving, is to the men, and we are to answer that call, man. And as I said, this is a time of war. Matter of fact, what's that? What Yahweh Shah said? Um, yeah, this is John 18 and verse 30. 6. It says, Yahushua answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from hence." Yeah, and Yahushua said that back then, man, because this world wasn't his kingdom. But guess what? We are ushering in the kingdom of Yasharala, man. The kingdom of heaven is in you. All right, you men, you each one represent a family that will turn into a tribe, that will turn into a nation, man. Okay, so that's we building that kingdom right now. So we have to start the fight spiritually, man. Okay. Hey, what happened in 300? The king sent the messenger. So like he sent the messenger to Leonidas. King Xerxes sent the messenger to Leonidas, man. And right now the Lord is sending his messengers, okay, to the world, man. So it's go time, man. In terms of the spirit, we gearing up for a war, man. Okay. And the Lord eventually he's going to use us. As a matter of fact, let me get that. This is Jeremiah 51, and let me see. Jeremiah 51 and verse 20. It says, "Thou art," well, yeah, "thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms." So that's what the Lord is going to do, man. With us, he's going to break in pieces the nations. But right now, he's doing it spiritually with the spirit of his mouth, man. That's why we got to go into all nations and preach the word. And guess what? Then show the income. So we got to get this thing spiritually. What? Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. You have to be focused, man, in this war, man. We have to focus ourselves. That's why, let me go to Proverbs. We mentioned the wisdom, right? This is Proverbs 24, in verse 5. It says, a wise man is strong. Yeah, a man of knowledge increaseth strength. So we got to get this knowledge, man. You gotta pretty much, that's why you gotta give up things to this world, man. We have to put ourselves in the fetters. We have to be servants and soldiers for the Lord, man. Okay? So we got a wise man is strong. Yeah, a man of knowledge increases strength. So this is how we're going to have the strength, by this knowledge. It says, for by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war, and in the multitude of counselors there is safety. You know? And the main counsel was coming from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And he's speaking through his men, the apostles, elders, of great millstone on down. Okay? So we have to attend ourselves to that. You know? And by doing that, that's what you're doing by serving the Lord, man. What's that scripture? I think it's 1 Corinthians. It's 1 Corinthians 4. Nah, that's not it. Yeah, I wrote it down wrong. Oh, shit. It's all good. Yeah. Yep, that's all good. But anyways, let me keep going. Okay? Remember, like I said, this is a spiritual war. You got to be on point, man. And he only calling for the strong, man. Only the strong is gonna make it, man. Scripture say, him that shall endure until the end shall be saved. Now this is 2 Timothy 2 in verse 3. It says, well, matter of fact, I'm gonna start from the top. It says, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahushua. So here it is again, telling us to be strong. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also. And that's what we got to learn this so we can teach it to that they're able to teach others also, man. Because we building out this war, we building out the army, man, and which is building out the kingdom. It says, verse 3, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Mashiach. So we got to endure hardness. Let me look up that word hardness.
G2553. Kakapatheo. Kakapatheo.
It says to suffer, endure evils, hardships, troubles, to be afflicted. So the scripture is telling us to endure that hardness as a soldier of Hamashiach, just like he had to. Okay? See, and that's why I say it's like men, man, because a woman is going to seek comfort, you know. For the most part, they want to seek comfort, man. But you got to endure it. You got to see the bigger picture, man. That's why this is for you to go to this war, man. You know, verse 4, it says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. So that's what we doing. We not entangling ourselves with the affairs of this life. You got to give up this world. You know? So that we may please him who have chosen us to be a soldier, man. Okay? Let me look up that word soldier. It says to gather, collect an army to enlist soldiers of the commander. Chose to be a soldier.
G 4758 Stratalageo.
It says to gather or select as a warrior, enlist in the army, chose to be a soldier, man. You know? So we gotta be strong. You gotta have your mind right, man. You gotta set your house in order, man. And once you do these things, then you can save your whole household, man. But right now, this is your job, man. This comes first. So all that, matter of fact, scripture say this. Second Esdras 10 and 15, it says, now therefore keep thy sorrow to thyself, and bear with a good courage that which have befallen me. So we got to bear this with a good courage, man. That which has befallen us, man. So, that's why when Job was complaining, the Lord told him to gird up his loins now like a man. I will demand of thee and declare thou unto me. Because he was as if he was going through something that in the beginning he knew. Shall he not accept the good, the bad as well as the good as well as the bad? But as the afflictions was piling on, he would start to complain about it, and the Lord called him out on it. And see, as a man, well, it was a lot of different things. Let me just go to one of them. But you think you more righteous than the Lord? What's that? Job 40. Yeah, Job 40:7. It says, gird up thy loins now like a man, I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Wilt thou also disannul my judgment? Wilt thou condemn me, that thou mayest be righteous? It was another one, I think in verse 38. Yeah. Hold up. Yeah, verse 38. Verse 38 and 2, it says, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. Who have laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest, or who have stretched the line upon it? So it's pretty much like the Lord, he knows exactly what he's doing, man. He knows exactly what he's doing. You don't have that understanding. Or you should get that understanding, man. Hey, man. Actually, I want to get the scripture that's on the screen. It's 1 Kings 2. Oh, snap. It's 1 Kings 2 in verse 1. It says, now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself. So King David was telling Solomon when he was about to pass, hey, be strong, man. Show thyself a man, because he about to be gone. So now you the man of the house, so to speak. Which is, no, ain't no so, it is what it is. He was the king. No, he got to show himself a man. You ain't going to have him there no more, man. So you got to keep, a part of that is keeping the charge, man. Keeping this faith, through the things that was commanded you. Now, a thing that was commanded of Solomon was to build the temple, man. And it's not that what we doing now? This is 1 Chronicles 28. And verse all right. Yeah, I'm gonna just start from verse 10. It says, take heed now, for Yahweh have chosen thee to build an house for the sanctuary. Be strong and do it. Okay? So the Lord chose him to build the sanctuary. You got to be strong and do it, man. See it through. And we got to see this thing through, man. Scriptures say, man, no man have set out to build a house and didn't count the cost, man. We got to count the cost of this thing, man. Let me get this. Since we're talking about building the temple, right? The sanctuary. And that's what we doing. This is Zechariah 8 and verse 9. It says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, let your hands be strong, ye that hear in these days these words by the mouth of the prophets, which were in the day that the foundation of the house of Yahweh of hosts was laid, that the temple might be built. So we have to be strong, man. And we gotta hear all the words that we learning from the prophets, man. Right now the foundation is being laid, man, so that the temple might be built, man. So we gotta be strong, man. We gotta endure fighting our nations, even in our nations coming up against us, the other nations coming up against us, even them in your own household. So we gotta do a lot of fighting off, man. That's a lot of stuff to deal with on your mind, but you are equipped to handle it, man. Okay? Let me go to this. Daniel 11. This is Daniel 11. Because at the end of the day, man, you gotta understand what we fighting for, man. You know, you got we fighting for righteousness. The so-called white man is just trying to eliminate righteousness on the earth, and we gotta stand there as that light, man. You know. Where's the part I should start from? I'll just start from verse 32 and go straight to the point. It says, and such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. Yeah, because a lot of our people is being corrupted by these flatteries, man. But the Lord said he got 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to Baal, man. And you got to be those men. You got to be strong enough to fight off them temptations and things of that nature, man. It says, but the people that do know their power shall be strong and do exploits. What's that word, exploits, man? But the people that do know their power, and we learning of them, so we going to be strong. They ain't even got the word. It's a Greek letter. Okay, whatever. I'll look up the definition though. It says, make full use and derive benefit from. Make use of a situation in a way considered unfair or underhanded. Yeah, we underhanded, but we gonna be valiant. We gonna be strong and do exploits, man. You know, and that's a matter of fact. That brings me to this, because we are the smaller ones, okay. And remember, this is a war we're gearing up for. You gotta remember the story of Gideon. Judges the 7th chapter. This is Judges 7:3. It says, now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people, saying, whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead. And there return of the people 22,000, and there remain 10,000. Right. So if you're afraid, man, he just said this war ain't for you, man. You're going to have to go home. It says, and Yahweh said to Gideon, the people are yet too many. Bring them down into the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And of whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. So he brought down the people into the water, and Yahweh said unto Gideon, everyone that lappeth of the water with his tongue, as a dog lappeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise, everyone that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that lapped, putting their hands to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down unto their knees to drink water. And Yahweh said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that lapped will I save you and deliver the Midianites into thine hand, and let all the other people go every man into his place. Yeah, because they wasn't ready, man. The men that lapped and put their hands to their mouth, they were still watching. They were still on guard. But the other ones, okay, they was all exhausted, fainting, and they put their knees, they just dug in, you know. But there it is. The Lord dealt with that small sanctuary, man. That 300, okay. And hey, out of all our nations, the nation that's the sands of the sea, only 144,000 men is going to be of that governing body, man. You know, real men, man. Okay. Oh, so, hey, man, that's pretty much what I got. You know, you gotta set your house in order. You you know, can't let your wife or nobody control you. You gotta handle your business, man. You know, when you want something so bad, you gotta be locked in to get it, man. You know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna close on this one. Just like, look, man, it's the same situation, man, and we gotta have this same mind. Because we trying to be sons of the Lord again, right? This is Genesis 32 and verse 24. It says, and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel, Yasharallah, for as a prince thou hast thou power with the Most High and with men, and has prevailed. Okay? So if you want something so bad, you gotta fight for it, man. And that's what we fighting for, man. So, you know, if you feeling all faint and discouraging, the scripture say, if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength will fall, man. Your strength was small. Okay? So if you feeling like that, man, hey, this is a words of exhortation, you know, and encouragement to just man up, you know. This is what we was called to do, and we was gonna have to endure afflictions, man. And like I said in the last video, them that should endure unto the end, the same is going to be saved. So with that, Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson. To the next one, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Baal Shem, Yahweh Shai. And I want to say shalom.